You wake up feeling like you're trying your best, yet somehow your life keeps repeating the same patterns, the same mistakes, the same decisions you promised you'd change. What if the problem isn't your effort, but the way you're thinking? In this video, I'll show you powerful psychological forces that quietly shape your decisions every single day. And once you understand them, you'll never look at your thoughts the same way again. I discovered this when I started noticing a strange pattern in my own life. Even when I clearly knew what was right for me, I kept choosing the opposite. I would plan to focus, then get distracted. I would plan to rest, then overthink. It felt like something invisible was pulling the strings. And what surprised me even more was learning that neuroscience and psychology already explain this behavior in detail. The real problem is that most people believe they are fully in control of their decisions. So when things go wrong, they blame themselves instead of questioning the hidden systems shaping their behavior. The truth is, your brain is constantly reacting before you even realize it. Your environment, emotions, habits, and even social influence are quietly guiding your actions. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how these invisible forces work, and more importantly, how to take back control of your mind starting today. Let's get into it. Now here's where it gets interesting. Most of your decisions are not actually made by you in the way you think. Your surroundings shape your behavior far more than your willpower ever will. You might believe you're choosing freely, but your brain is constantly responding to what's around you without asking for permission. Think about it. When you see your phone, you reach for it. When you see food, you feel like eating. When you sit in a certain place, your habits automatically follow. It's not random. Your brain is designed to take shortcuts to save energy, so it follows the easiest path available instead of the best one. This is why environment is so powerful. Research from behavioral science shows that small environmental changes can completely reshape human behavior without needing motivation. Your brain operates like an autopilot system, constantly scanning your surroundings and making micro-decisions before your conscious mind even catches up. That's why you can sit down to study and suddenly find yourself scrolling your phone without realizing how you got there. It's also why changing your environment can feel harder than changing your mindset. But once you understand this, you can finally use it instead of fighting it. If you remove friction from good habits and increase friction for bad ones, your behavior starts shifting automatically. Something as simple as placing your phone in another room or keeping water visible on your desk can completely change your daily actions over time. But this is only the beginning, because even if you control your environment, something deeper is still influencing you, your emotions. Most people don't realize this, but your emotions often make decisions before your logical brain even wakes up. You don't always think your way into actions. Many times, you feel your way into them first. You've probably experienced this. Sending a message in anger and regretting it later. Buying something impulsively and questioning it afterward. Avoiding an opportunity because fear showed up first. And then your mind tries to justify it with logic after the fact. This happens because emotional processing in the brain is faster than rational thinking. Your emotional system is designed for survival, not accuracy. Fear protects you from danger, and pleasure pushes you toward reward. But in today's world, those same systems get triggered by social media, notifications, and modern distractions that your brain was never designed to handle. This is also why companies and platforms are so effective at capturing attention. They don't need you to think. They just need you to feel. A notification triggers curiosity. A like triggers validation. A headline triggers fear. And before you realize it, your attention is gone. So how do you regain control? The answer is not to suppress emotions, but to slow them down. Even a small pause between feeling and action can break the automatic reaction cycle. When you name your emotion, like saying, "I feel anxious," or "I feel frustrated," you create distance between you and the feeling. That distance gives your logical mind time to respond, instead of your emotional brain taking over. And this leads to something even more powerful. Because if emotions influence you internally, social influence shapes you externally. You are far more influenced by other people than you realize. Even when you believe you're thinking independently, your brain is constantly observing and copying the behavior of others around you. This is called social proof. When you see people doing something repeatedly, your brain starts assuming it must be correct. That's why trends spread so quickly, why opinions shift in groups, and why it's so hard to stand completely alone in your thinking. Studies in psychology have shown that people will even ignore obvious facts just to match the opinion of a group. The brain interprets belonging as safety, so fitting in often feels more important than being correct. Today, this influence is stronger than ever. Social media amplifies it constantly. Likes, comments, and shares become signals that shape what you think is normal or valuable. Without realizing it, you start adjusting your behavior to match what you see online. The way out is awareness and intentional distance. When you consciously choose who you spend time with and what content you consume, you start reclaiming your thinking space. Spending time alone without digital input also helps reset your internal compass. The question you need to ask is simple but powerful. Am I choosing this, or am I copying it? But even if you control emotions and social influence, there is still another hidden force working against you: your brain's fear of uncertainty. Your brain hates not knowing what comes next. Uncertainty feels like danger to it, even when nothing is actually wrong. That's why you often stay stuck in routines that feel familiar, even if they are not good for you. Familiar pain feels safer than unknown change. This is also why people delay important decisions, avoid new opportunities, and stay in situations they know are holding them back. The brain prefers predictable discomfort over unpredictable growth. The solution is not to eliminate fear, but to shrink it. Instead of making massive changes, you make small ones. Small steps feel safe enough for your brain to accept. Over time, those small steps build confidence and reduce resistance. Every small win teaches your brain that change is not dangerous. And as you keep building this momentum, something else becomes clear. Your attention itself is being shaped constantly. Your attention is deeply connected to dopamine, the chemical in your brain that drives motivation and anticipation. Dopamine doesn't create happiness. It creates the expectation of reward. That's why you keep checking your phone even when nothing satisfying happens. Modern apps are designed around unpredictable rewards, similar to a slot machine. Sometimes you get something interesting, sometimes you don't. That unpredictability keeps your brain hooked. The solution is not elimination, but reduction of stimulation. When you reduce constant input, your brain slowly resets. Focus becomes easier, silence becomes comfortable again, and deep work becomes possible without constant distraction. And finally, all of this leads to the most important force of all: your identity. The truth is, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your identity. If you see yourself as someone who is inconsistent, your actions will reflect that. If you see yourself as disciplined, your behavior will slowly align with it. Real change doesn't start with action, it starts with identity. When you change how you see yourself, your behavior follows naturally. Instead of saying, "I'm trying," you start saying, "I'm becoming." That shift might feel small, but it changes everything over time. Let's quickly go over what we covered. Your environment shapes your behavior more than willpower. Your emotions often decide before logic. Social influence quietly guides your choices. Uncertainty creates resistance to change. Dopamine shapes your attention, and your identity drives your actions. Remember this: awareness is the first step to control. The moment you see these forces, they stop controlling you in the same way. You don't need to fix everything at once. Start small. Change one thing in your environment, remove one distraction, build one better habit. Because a few months from now, you won't remember the exact moment everything changed, but you'll realize it started from one small decision you made today. If this helped you, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this, and comment below which of these forces you relate to the most. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.